Hello students, today May 14th, 2020, we are discussing a chapter that is matter in our surroundings. In previous classes, we learned about physical properties of particles of matter, characteristics of particles of matter. Now today, we are going to discuss about states of matter. We know matter means matter is such a substance which has some mass which possesses some volume, that is said to be matter. And we also learn that matter contains very small tiny things called particles. So go through these videos how states of matter can exist in different states. Now let's see. Generally we have three states of matter, that is solid state, liquid state and a gaseous state. We also have a fourth state that is called plasma state, which we can study at the end of the chapter. So according to syllabus we say three states of matter, but as extra point it is given that fourth state of matter, that is called plasma state. So let's say solids. What is solid, what is liquid, what is gas means? As we can see in this picture very clearly, solid means like a brick, an example it is taken. Liquid means a juice in a glass it is taken. Gas means air in a balloon it is taken as examples. So solid means it is a matter which has a perfect rigid shape and which has fixed volume. It's not easy to change. That is said to be solid. It's not easy to break. If you apply more force, it can be broken, but it is not easy to break. It's not easy to break into pieces. So solid is such a matter which has a rigid, which has fixed perfect shape, and it's not easy to change. If you look at the liquid is such a substance which flows very freely. It has a definite volume but does not have any shape. In case of solids, if you see, a brick has particular shape, but liquid does not have any shape. If you pour in a cone shaped container, it takes the shape of the cone. If you pour the liquid in a cylinder shaped container, it takes the shape of the cylinder. That means the liquid takes the shape of the container, but liquid itself doesn't possess any shape, as it can flow very freely. This is not observed in case of solids, because solids has particular shape and size as well as particular volume. But in case of liquids, it can flow very freely, it does not possess any particular shape, but it has some particular volume. What is meant by volume? Volume means it is a space in which the substance is occupied. Suppose I take in a glass, I poured juice or in a liquid. It is occupying the particular space in the container. That occupied space is said to be volume. So liquids has volume but does not possess shape. In case of gases is such a substance which does not have any shape. It takes the shape of the container, which is completely freely flown. It does not have any shape, it does not have any particular volume also, gases. These are the definitions of solids, liquids and gases. The definitions are like this. Solid means it is a matter which possesses fixed volume and shape. The definition for liquid is it is matter which is free to flow, which has particular volume but does not possess shape. In case of gases, the definition is like this: the matter which does not possess particular shape or volume, it is said to be gas. Under this heading, we discuss some more points about that solids, liquids, and gases. Let us take shape and volume. Generally, solids has fixed shape and volume. Liquids no shape but volume. Gases neither definite shape nor volume. That is a major differences between solids, liquids, and gases. So go through this along with the diagram. If you observe, you can understand very clearly. Now you can see along with the diagram. If you observe, you can understand very easily. Next, go for compressibility. Compressibility means it is a measure of how much of a given volume of matter is decreased when you place under pressure. Suppose when you take pen, apply more pressure on that pen, does the volume of the pen decreases? If you apply more force, the pen bends or breaks, then volume decreases. So it's very difficult for in case of solids to press, to apply force. If you go for liquids, if you compress the liquid, try to apply more and more pressure on the liquid, very little chance will be there to decrease its volume. Very less. If you go for gases, try to apply force on the gas with a very little amount of force. The gases are very easily compressed. You can see example, the gas filled in LPG, liquefied petroleum gas. It is a gas used for our cooking purpose. Inside that gas, inside the cylinder, we use a gas. It is compressed at a high pressure such that the gas converts to liquid. The gas is highly compressed. So compressibility is easy for gases, medium for liquids, but not easy for solids. Every solid is not compressible. Remember that. Some solids can be compressible. For example, if you go to flour mill, if you give a rice or wheat, when it is converted to powder, if you press the powder, it falls from the machine like a cone shape. If you apply pressure on the top of the cone, powder, it is compressed, its volume decreases. In powder form, it is easy. But in case of if you take a stone, you try to compress it, it's not easy to compress. That's a major difference. Compressibility means under applied pressure, the ability of substance to decrease its volume. That is what that said to be compressibility. It is a measure of how much volume of that matter is decreased when apply the pressure. I'm repeating the definition of compressibility. Compressibility is a measurement of how much volume of the matter is decreased when pressure is applied. That is what compressibility is. Let's go for fluidity. Fluidity means it's very simple. Ability to flow. Just simple. Ability to flow is said to be fluidity. Solids won't flow at all because they have rigid shape and size. They don't flow at all. Liquids can flow very freely from one place to other place. Generally, they flow from high level to low level. Gases, we know this, it flows very freely in all directions. Let us take example for this. Take incense sticks or doop sticks, stand near at one corner of the room. When you light it, the aroma of incense sticks spreads in all directions. It is like a gas. Incense sticks are burning means it releases gas. This gas flows in all directions. How we can tell that? When you're standing at one corner of the room, the person who is in the second room, he can smell the aroma of the incense sticks. That is possible when the gas is flowing towards him. If the person is standing at the other corner of the room, still he can sense that aroma. It is possible because the gas is flowing towards him also. So wherever you stand in the particular room, if the room is opened, even aroma you can observe in other room also. It is possible when gas is flowing in all directions. Whereas in case of liquids flows in a particular direction, one direction, high to low only. Okay. Next, storage capacity. Storage means ability to store, very simple. Solids, see, solids no need of any storage closed container to store it. Liquids, it should be stored in a particular container. It's you cannot use it without storing in a particular container. Gases always needs container. Liquids needs container, gas also needs container. But the difference is liquids does not require a closed container. A open container is also enough. But in case of gases, we need a closed container. It should not be opened at all. That's the major difference. The major point you are going to discuss now for solids, liquids and gases. It is about arrangement of particles. We can see in picture very clearly. In solids, the particles are very close to each other. In liquids, they are somewhat free. In liquids, they are very, very, very free and their moves random. Random means they move in all directions, zigzag way. You can see very clearly that particles of solids, liquids and gases, how it is there. In gases, very, very free, very far from each other. In case of solids, they are very close to each other, very, very close, rigidities. Liquids, they are not as far as gases, they are not as close as solid. They are in medium range. So it is a story of states of matter. Overall in this chapter, we read like this. First we read about matter definition. Next, physical properties of matter, that is matter contains particles. Particles of matter are very, very small. Next we read about characteristics of matter, that is particles of matter have space between them. Particles of matter are continuously moving. Particles of matter attract each other. And today we discussed about different states of matter like solids, liquids and gases and the differences also. So use this video or you can use that link, write a notes about this states of matter, solids, liquids and gases and the differences between them. Okay, thank you.